Chief Curry, the Maroons in Accompong are protesting.
You know, see, me not like what going up on Maroon Town. I mean, I like how the chief are moving. You know what I mean? Like Chief Curry come different. Chief Curry come different high class.
I finished watching the financial part of the meeting and it's honestly not looking good. Our GDP is expected to be in a 4.3% deficit by 2026 and inflation is supposed to rise by 9%. A whole lot more took place, including Julia Holness changing the definition of the word secured.
That I am very clear. The $6.7 billion. The word secured my understanding is that that is the extent of the facilities available to the government. It doesn't mean that we have yet taken it. And so the word secured is not inaccurate in any way, shape, or form.
And they are in negotiation process for billions in dollars worth of loans. However, they have not yet disclosed what these projected interest rates would look like.
By mobilizing investment, is that a loan coming to the government to online, or is that a loan directly to private sector?
That's would be primarily the IMF, the World Bank and the IDB, private sector arms, who generally mobilize money from the private sector in order to lend to the private sector of the country.
So it's private to private?
Private to private.
So that 2.4 billion have not been secured?
No.
So what has been secured is the 3.6 billion and the money from the insurance?
In terms of on the government side, that is what it is.
Okay, so the headline would have been misleading to say 6.7 billion secured?
You could say that.
Okay, so the 2.4 billion that is to be mobilized, is that dependent on the appetite of the private sector for borrowing?
All right, so I don't have all of those details. So
okay.
I will not be able to address it.
All right, the 3.
That doesn't sound like funds secured. That sounds like funds being manifested. The DBJ is allegedly set to spend $10 billion, but it's somehow not in the financial report.
Because we have no approval of that amount.
Okay, so DBJ was off on a product of its own. Because
we didn't say that, but we have been, certainly in relation to the hurricane, we have been operating in line with what the cabinet has approved.
CAPEX was cut by $2.2 billion. So roads mash up, no water, schools aren't functioning, but the government is cutting capital spending. Meanwhile, recurrent expenditures like salaries are up. So we're spending less on infrastructure and more on salaries in the middle of a crisis. That's why you guys need to be watching these meetings, because something ever keep.
Jamaica, you know what I'm saying? I say. Me I wonder every time for when Parliament take place, Mark Golding get up and create a bag of problem in a Parliament. A bag of problem every time. You don't notice. I'm saying, why Mark Golding ever create? I realize what the problem. Prime Minister Holness has started meeting at the wrong time. Prime Minister Holness has started meeting at the wrong time, and that is the problem. Prime Minister, you need to start the meeting at 1 p.m. Any meeting we are going to Parliament, ensure it commences at 1 p.m. Prime Minister Holness. I bet say Mark Golding give himself no more trouble in the Parliament. Take me advice, Prime Minister Holness, ensure you commence the meeting at 1 p.m. And you see, if Mark Golding give no more trouble in a Parliament, take me advice, Minister.
Top high morning again. Positive greeting, positive energy. Yo, me say, my side, nice. Hey, my side. Remember me tell you say, remember me tell you say that. Let me tell you this, my side, quick and fast. My side, Monday, you see Monday, this man will be feeling much better. And I will be feeling like how he will be feeling too. Cause you know why? We might soon have a by-election, you know. We might soon have a by-election to get our Prime Minister in power. Yes, we might soon have a by-election. Because you know why? Monday. Today is Saturday. The Sabbath day. Yesterday was Sabbath day, you know. And today was Sunday. But anyway, today is the Sabbath day. Blessed Sabbath day to everyone that the Sabbath keeper them. You know it already. Positive greetings, positive energy, heart of love and blessings, prosperity to make good, nice, clean people them out there. You know we got positive energy, you know. Yeah, cause you know we need it in this time. But anyway, quick and fast. You know here we go on. Remember me tell you know, say Paul Buchanan. Yes, him had the what you call that? What you call him now? Him me not even know what they call Paul, you know. Paul. Yeah, me can't say you're the black. Alright, just pick up yourself here, Paul Buchanan. Anyway, Jamaican people, my side. Me comrades, see man, yeah, the man with integrity. The man with integrity, my side. Yes. Monday we say no. Monday, the whole of we say we're gonna feel so good Monday. Monday, Jesus Christ. Monday, come quick Monday. Monday, come quick Monday. If me no know, me know say no me alone one Monday come quick, you know. Me say I like comrade them one Monday come quick. Every comrade, every single one away. My side. Monday gonna be a holiday. Big up me nice clean Prime Minister Mark Jefferson Golden. Yes, one Marky G. Yes, and clean like Jesus heart. Yes. Big up yourself, me party leader. Jesus Christ, me say me happy. No, sir. Me say, me no know, no. But, yes, man. This blood clot jackfruit nose boy named Andrew Wellness. Come down. Come down now. Yeah. No yesterday, no tomorrow. No. This minute. Yes. Me say me can't wait. Paul Buchanan. We might have by-election quick. We might have by-election quick. Cause this man is not no prime minister of the country. And many people do not understand what is coming Monday. Many people do not understand what is coming Monday. But let me tell you guys what is coming. You see the affidavit that went in the court, it is going to say a lot. And it is going to put Paul Buchanan where he need to be. So my side, let us not keep our hand crossed, but let us just look. Cause any fumble double, any fumble double.
Be the enemy of the good. Well, yeah, doesn't make sense. Even if this joint select committee is chaired by a government member, opposition members would still be sitting on the committee. They'd be right there. They can ask questions. They can probe. They can make recommendations. They can participate fully. They would have shown a good faith effort to work with the government, right? They'd have the good optics of having accepted an invitation from the Prime Minister. And yes, optics are important, right? It's politics, it's governance. Optics are important. Right now, what it looked like is like the Prime Minister extended a hand and the PNP box it way. It looks like the Prime Minister held out an olive branch and the PNP lick it out of his hand. It looks like the Prime Minister sent out the dove of peace to the PNP and then take slingshot kill it. Refusing to sit on the committee was politically stupid. You know what this looks like? PM invites opposition to sit on a committee, opposition refuses. Well, actually, it doesn't look like that. It was like that. And believe me, when I say that it's as far as most people will go, then I'll just sit down and listen to one bag of explanation about duplication of function, duplication of resources, not enough space in parliamentary building for the different committees to meet. They're not going to look at any of that. Them just going here. Prime Minister extended an invitation, opposition said no. All of that, what they've done is to handcraft their very own personalized, custom-made belt for the government to beat them with. The PNP carry the belt go to Andrew and Desmond for them beat them with it. It's just straight up not politically savvy. I think even at this stage, PNP should backtrack and say, hold on, you know something? You want us to sit on this joint select committee? Sure, let's set it up. They can still change their mind. They still should change their mind.
Yes, so this is the Deon Jackson Miller that I've been missing because, as I said, before the election, I believe that Deon Jackson Miller was very objective with her coverage of the election. And for the most part, you could say that she was a fair person in the space. But after the election, for whatever reason, most of what she covered is pretty much almost like from the People's National Party playbook. But this is the Deon Jackson Miller that I've been waiting for weeks, to be objective and to call out the opposition as much as she's been calling out the government of Jamaica. Because this is very important. I know Deon Jackson Miller, she's in a very unique position because she's a professional journalist and she's also in the content creator space. So it is good to see her coming out now.
My people, my people, my people. The Maroons have spoken. The Maroons have taken it to center stage. The Maroons is letting the government know that they are with the government. The Maroons are crying for help. My people, my people, my people. The Maroons are tired with the dictator mentality of Colonel Richard Curry. The Maroons, I said they can't take it no more. And they need the government to bring the security forces into Accompong and help the people of Accompong. My people, the Maroons, they have spoken, and I'm going to attach a video about a small protest that happened today in Maroon Town, in Accompong. I rest my case. Peace, love. The Maroons have spoken.
From the government of Jamaica, sending the JDF, come do the work. Right? People can't maintain themselves much more to do work back from the house. Right? So this is not about courage, this is all about good management of our compound. Concerned citizens need help. A ball out because the courage is not helping us. You know, farmer shape. But 5 weeks now since hurricane and that's my sheet I say. By anybody in this community. Right? So, my plea to the government.
What are your thoughts on Ms. Calder's so-called clarification of her $3 trillion? You know, let me tell you, all I'll say is this. Here's a principle I use. When you're dealing with people who know communication, when you're dealing with people who know what words mean, as Said, in Said's profession, they like to talk about words and their ordinary meaning. When someone knows what words mean, and when someone knows the effects of words, it's hard for me to then accept that that person didn't intend for the words to have the effect that they are interpreted to have. Even though people can make mistakes. You understand? Because nobody's perfect. Right? But for me, it's hard to say, yeah man, a mistake was made. When you write a press release, you know, that's a considered activity. That's not just talking right here where something can slip out, or you're going somewhere and somebody push a mic in front of you and you have to respond on the spot. When you craft a statement, it's different. I'm not saying that in this case, I'm just speaking broadly. In the case of the $3 trillion, right, and the statement, you have to look at the record of the person. Not an idiot. Highly intelligent, people who know what they are saying, what they are about, who know the meaning of words, who know the effect of words, and who have control over the situation that their thoughts lead them to articulate about. I'm taking the words used at face value, and I interpreted it the same way that many other people did. And it's hard for me to now change my mind because, you know, backlash caused it to climb down. I don't know. Yeah.
So I hear some people talking about that the chief should not have rejected the military presence. Why not? This government doesn't have a good reputation when it comes to mobilizing the military. Are we forgetting Territory Lane? Are we forgetting Territory Lane? And I'm taking this moment to ask the Integrity Commission again, what has happened to that case? Are we forgetting that it is the same police people who invaded a young man's home in Territory Lane? We have them on camera where the young man was unharmed. He went outside. They murdered him in cold blood, and up to this date, nothing has come out of it. When you see the JCF and other military personnel operating like this in this country, how can you blame the Chief Curry for refusing to have military presence in Accompong?
All right, so our newsroom, we were called as it relates to a demonstration that's taking place here in Accompong town. Several calls to the newsroom, and we have responded, and we came, and as you would see in the footage, protest taking place here. Maroon citizens of Accompong, they have a story, some information that they want to get out. So we're talking to a few of the citizens. Sir, am I correct in referring to you as a citizen?
Yes, you are. You're correct, very correct. A concerned citizen of Accompong.
Okay, all right. Our newsroom at BOJ TV, we have been receiving several calls. Tell me what's the problem here.
Well, firstly, I must commend the Prime Minister and coming forward to see the effect of Melissa in Accompong Town. Secondly, now, as you can see, my placard says the decision is not to accept the government help is Richard's Curry, not ours. So our greatest concern is because of the turn down of the military force in Accompong regarding to putting on roof and the people of Accompong house. Yes, it's a great what I should say, disappointment, because we were looking forward to see the help coming in from both sides of entity, both the chief in here and the Prime Minister of Jamaica with the military. And with the turn down, it's very disappointing, and we can't afford that because the people of Accompong need help, and we need help urgent because there are houses without roof, there are children who are traumatized even by hearing the sound of the rainfall and the roof without a sturdy covering.
All right. So let's just put some context to what's happening so viewers can understand what's happening. So recently, persons would have seen images, footage, news stories of the visit of the Prime Minister, Dr. Andrew Holness, visiting Maroon Town. I think he was he was accompanied by Minister Grange, Minister Charles, and other officers of the Ministry of Labour and Social Security. And we saw where the chief and himself were touring with citizens, and a number of pledges were made, including the Prime Minister's offer to ask the to get the JDF to assist with the rebuilding of homes. Subsequent to that, the chief, Richard Curry, we saw a statement put out that we got online as well, indicating that it was the decision of the council. I think it was. I stand corrected, but he indicated that he was not going to offer. Very respectful statement, I must say, the video that I saw. But at the end of it, he was indicating that he was not going to accept the offer from the Prime Minister as it relates to the JDF coming into the area. So now you're here today. So I'm just trying to bring some context so viewers can understand what happened. So since the issuing of that statement of the chief now, you guys have come out now and you're saying that you actually want the JDF to come in and assist, and that is why you're here today. You want to just expand a little more in terms of what you have been saying?
Definitely, because when you think of it, he mentioned that he sit with his council and he made a decision. But think about it. Is the council's voices enough? What about the residents living in Accompong? What about the people's voices? What about the people who are facing damage, losses, and all those kind of stuff? What about their voice? Is there not a voice to be heard? Okay. So they cannot make the decision for everybody.
So what you're saying, you would have wanted the chief and the different persons of position in his hierarchy to have like a community meeting, consult with the people, discuss it as a community, and then a general statement is made. That is what you would have preferred.
I wouldn't say he didn't have a meeting, but at the end of the day, you didn't stand and hear the people's views.
Okay, so so since the Prime Minister left, there was a community meeting to discuss the matter at hand?
Yes, there was a community meeting, but it's only to let us know that he's gonna be refusing the JDF, the Prime Minister's offer. It wasn't shown about to hear the views of if people want them to come. Okay, and that is what people standing for.
Okay, so citizens didn't give their take on the matter or anything like that?
No, he should have expanded further with the people before putting out the video.
All things shall come to an end, no matter how you see them a kick up and a go on. Big protest take place today. Big Saturday, the Sabbath. In a St. Elizabeth, Accompong. They maroon them. They sell out the traitors of Jamaica. Oh, the so-called 1730 treaty. I wonder if the member where Mark Williams say the Maroons are the cause why we don't get fully independent. We have it, the record. We have it. But today protest. And we didn't protest against Chief Richard Curry. Big protest against him. Say either him step down or else. Either him allow Andrew Holness them to come in and assist or else. And some master with them chat. It a come in picky. But the next broadcast I will give you no. Chief Curry. A member have the PMP secretly. Mark Williams organization close friend. You in politics. Protest against you today. Hold on. Shh. Just read the next part of the news.
Andrew Holness. So you gonna stop the military from go for Accompong town because the boy say him no want no soldier up there? Look like a something him have a hide. So here what we do. We're gonna send in 100 soldier first as a test press, you see? And see what gonna happen. As they slip so, we have 500 more to deploy. Root them up.
This 48-hour curfew has been imposed in southern St. Elizabeth as he's tried to clamp down on an increase in serious crimes. The commanding officer says communities are still without electricity, so the passage of Hurricane Melissa are bigoted. Krista has the details.
Joint police operation to include the major organized crime anti-corruption agency MOCA, the K9 Division, Area 3 Narcotics, and the Centre Police led to an early morning search of this three-story house on Beadles Drive in Santa Cruz, St. Elizabeth on Saturday. The usually quiet, upscale community is not known for major crimes, but police say they detained 5 persons in connection with the seizure of a motor vehicle, cocaine, and ganja at the house. Those detained include 2 Canadian nationals. Head of the St. Elizabeth Police, Superintendent Coleridge Minto, says it's the latest in a string of rising crimes across the parish.
Since the passage of Hurricane Melissa, we've seen a number of category crimes, including murder and robberies. And crimes took place in the subsection of the island. I want to point out that currently we have 129 communities across the parish that are without electricity. And there are those who will use cover of dark to commit criminal activity.
He says the worst incident happened on midnight Thursday in the community of Billy's Bay.
2 men with firearms entered, demanded cash from them. When their demands were not met, when fire on the male, he was shot and injured, taken to a Black River Field Hospital where he was subsequently dead.
TVJ understands the robbers beat the woman and her hand was broken, but she managed to escape in bushes. Superintendent Minto says the police are following leads into the murder, but want residents to share any information they have. In response, the police have also imposed a curfew in the southern part of the place, which will run from 6 o'clock Friday evening to 6 Sunday evening and affects the 4 communities.
Billy's Bay, Frenchman's Bay, Calabash Bay, Charles, Great Bay, Flagam, Bluntage Hill, Sandy Park, Old War, Newcomb Valley, and environs to include Williamsfield and some other adjoining communities.
You can't eat food and I win. Oh, would be nice. Oh, would be nice. You can't eat food. You can't eat food and I win same time. Soccer now, God.
That's why we are the second part people. We're not getting help like how we're supposed to get help. Because So we need help, we need roof from our head. Look, help for the night on. We need help. Time to go. Time to
Look, the strangest things happen when you travel. And I'll let these two tell you the strange things that happen. But we're in the terminal at Atlanta, connecting to a flight to Jamaica. And I met a lovely delegation of Jamaicans who invited me to go to the Jamaican Christmas tree that is set up by our honorary consul here in Atlanta. And you know, it's decorated in the Jamaican colors. Lovely hummingbird. I don't know where they came that from.
Yes.
But tell us a little bit about your story.
Alright, so my story. So hi guys, hi Jamaica. My name is Weaver Milo. I'm a native of Southeast St. Elizabeth, specifically Junction. 25 years of age. So I'm a graduate of the Monroe College, and after completing my time at Monroe, I started education at the Caribbean Maritime University, specializing in marine transportation. Currently, I'm a junior deck officer, so hopefully one day I'll become a marine captain to contribute to the global fleet and safe seas. So
look, that's a brilliant story of how Jamaicans are all over the world doing all kind of great things, and coming from the Caribbean Maritime University, the only maritime university in the Caribbean. And what ship are you from maritime?
So I've been plying my trade on liquefied natural gas tankers. So I transport liquefied natural gas. Also, I have experience on LNG FSRUs.
Which we do have one in Jamaica.
Yes, we do have one in Jamaica. So it's I don't know how to describe it. It's a very inspiring field because it plays such a vital role, often overlooked because of traditional roles. In Jamaica, you always say, you want to be a doctor, a lawyer, but how many people do you know are actually navigators, seafarers? Yes, maybe pilots, but how many people do you know are actually marine?
Not a lot of young people know that this is an area that is in high demand in the world as a skill, and Jamaica has the capability to train persons in that skill area, and you're one such qualified person.
Not only train, but to actually prepare us to be the best. In my opinion, Jamaicans have the ability to dominate the industry, actually step in, and this is what I've seen.
So I decided to show Jamaica your story for inspirational purposes. And a good example, Monroe boy from St. Elizabeth. I want to introduce you to this young lady as well. They don't know each other. They were bounced off their flights and they just collided here in the terminal. But you are in another field that is highly sought after. You were trained in Jamaica, cybersecurity.
Yes, so I'm a Immaculate Conception High School alumni. Then I went on to the University of the West Indies where I studied computer science. Followed that, I worked as a software developer at BCIC in Jamaica for approximately 5 years, which prepared me to do my master's in cybersecurity through the Erasmus Mundus Cyber Scholarship, which allowed me to study in France and Luxembourg. And now I'm working in the field of cybersecurity as a consultant at Grand Thornton, Luxembourg. Yeah.
You see how Jamaicans are all over the world doing great things, trained in Jamaica. Jamaican training and Jamaican skills are world class. And I want to use these two young people in their 20s, obviously, doing great things. You can do the same as well. Take advantage of the opportunities that are present in Jamaica. it will give you the platform for the world. And you notice all of them, both of them, are heading back to Jamaica.
Of course.
Heading back.
We're heading back to St. Elizabeth, Jamaica, where we're both from, to do some Hurricane Melissa relief. As I'm a Jamaican in Luxembourg, we've been trying to raise funds and bring aid to Jamaica through the companies and universities there that I attended. And of course, we've been hit hard and we're doing our best to help all the other farmers in the community as well to recover and become more resilient.
Listen, proud of you. Proud of you. Keep the flag flying.
Top eye morning. Positive greeting, positive energy. My side, me there back again, you know. Yeah, man, me there back again. Now, my side, when me there, I work with the 9 morning, yeah. My side, honestly speaking, you know, so me not like what going up a Maroon Town. I mean, like how the chief are moving, you know. You know what I mean? Like, Chief Curry come different high class. I'm on, you know, early, sorry, but come different high class, sir. Sir, Chief Curry. My question to you is, sir, why is it that you haven't addressed the situation with the police officer or him rough up your security officer? Why is it that you walk over it? Why is it that you come after all this time? I never know about you, you know, Curry. Me dey on the gram and see you. And then me realize, oh, you are the chief of the Maroon Town. And you are the man. But me realize, say, honestly speaking, Chief Curry, you know what say? I'm maroon by blood, you know, not by choices. And I don't like the direction of how I see Maroon Town head towards under your government right now. I don't like it. Me not like it. And anybody who want to come beat me and bash me, I phone the business that. You know why? Mr. Curry, me they are watching America here how long Andrew Holness a try a digging on the land up there. You know how long me I watch Andrew Holness a digging at the land up at Maroon Town, and uno a fight, uno a this, you delete all of the video them off of your page, Sir Curry. That is a question to Sir Curry. Why is it that when we go over your gram, you delete all of the video them with the stuff them Andrew Holness did I do to Maroon Town? Jamaica people, I want to understand, say, the Chief Curry, me not like him move, you know. Him a move sideways. Chief Richard Curry, come to the front of class. Cause you move sideways, you know, sir. Yeah, man. Why me say you move sideways, Sir Richard Curry? Sir, in a real life, I know you not address the situation with the policeman them, where rough up your officer. You don't talk about it. Me now see you on a video now, I praise Andrew Holness, the same man that Uno did a fight against him government where did a digging on the land. Him come a Maroon Town. Is it that you and him now have a secret agreement that both of you are going to be billionaire? Is it that you, Richard Curry, have an agenda? Because Mr. Richard Curry, I do not like the direction of where this is going with you and Andrew Holness. Me not like it, sir. No, you run out in a PMP time for PMP stage. Now, after this, are you and Andrew Holness we see? I never you and Mark Golding, now no PMP member. Are you and Andrew Holness? Is it that the agreement them Andrew Holness secretly assigned? You are a part of it and the Maroons them don't know? It's only few of you up there. Your people them know. Your little surrounding, your handful of people where you want to know what's really going on. Mr. Curry, I don't trust what is going on, you know. Because I see you now with Andrew Holness hands in hands like it was his best friends. And you was the same man I watched 2-3 years ago talking how this man want to take on the land. I watched this man say there is no separate. This man, Jackfruit no said that Maroon Town is just as normal as Jamaican. Now you are showing us that you, Curry, Richard Curry, me want to tag this scene, me want to tag this make it reach Mr. Curry cause me a Maroon. And me not like the direction when me see Mr. Curry go with the party here. Cause every Maroon should know say that. See you not show food there. Maroon, we don't want to know a show no food where Andrew Holness government has sent up there. Cause where them depend, we see it already. Andrew Holness not like the Maroon them just as much as him not like the PMP them. Andrew Holness do not like the Maroon people them as much as him not like the PMP them. And him not like Labour right much less. The Labour right them get the most little like when him give them 1%. But Maroon PMP them not get no like, no respect from Andrew Holness. So therefore, When Richard Curry are walking in that direction here, what is the message he's sending to us? Because I am out here and I am watching, and from what I was seeing that you was against this man. Now you come and you make such a bold statement, so much stuff, and I know I cannot hear you address this situation, Richard Curry. Richard Curry, when you send Richard Curry come to the front of the class, my people want to make sure this reach him. I want to target, make it reach him for me, please. Because I don't like how the Maroon them a move. I don't like how the Chief a move. I don't like how him and Andrew only say, I don't like the sudden changes there. I don't like the sudden relationship that when I see you and Andrew Wellness have all of a sudden. I don't like it, Richard Curry. And I don't know why the people them not talking, but I don't know. I don't like it, sir. Please, me a Maroon, and uno are the free set of people in our country. Look, uno will Jamaicans, the real Jamaican people them, look up to the Maroon them as the set of people them we will always free away from the oppressor them. Uno is the set of people with ancestor, the knowledge, everything our ancestor left you Uno, and Uno have the key for free way from the oppressor, which is Andrew Holness and him government. And if PNP come in power and they're oppressing us, it's go the same way. Cause people are people. You understand? No matter where you come from, everybody forget the same love. You understand? So, when Curry come and swing, me no like this Richard Curry. Me no like it. Me no like it. Me no like it at all. Can somebody tag Mr. Curry for me? Me no really like it at all. Sorry. Me no like it.
Bill Clinton is on my island. If you should know the history of Bill Clinton and Haiti and his wife, with Haiti, you would be asking the same question too. What is Bill Clinton doing on my island? Obama and Hillary Clinton, them get rid of Gaddafi. Don't forget. Don't forget that. It is all a trick. All a trick to keep black people complacent in a system that is not binding us with chains anymore. Them are dealing with the mental right now. Because they know that everybody love knowledge and everybody like to learn and know current affairs. As well as our past history. Isaac Buchanan know what going on. Damian Crawford know what going on. Them just can't tell the people as blatant and as blunt as they want to. They may put themselves in a problem. Right now, I would have voted for Muta Baruch as Prime Minister. That I'm a mentor, big up to Muta anywhere. I am 90s grimy, you know. I'm not a 2000s baby. I don't believe in dons of Jamaica, but they do play an intricate role. Now for a politician, them have to go to the Dan to get the votes them. Because the Dan them care about the community. Other than all the killing and all of the drugs and all of them things, they care about the community. So when Siaga them they have to go in a Tivoli and say, alright, bye-bye, watch a man, one day vote and so forth, you know. I said it go. Don't forget. Now that is called black nationalism, where we're in charge of our community's politics and the politician them. So we need back some Marcus Garvey. We need back some Patrice Lumumba. We need back some Kenyatta. We need back some Thomas Sankara. We need back some Haile Selassie. We need back some Muammar Gaddafi, Malcolm X, and Michael Manley. May we give him that? Hey, it's a revolution. I go swing over on the head, you see youth.
Chief Curry, the Maroons in Accompong are protesting. I guess things are not as settled as you portray it to be. Also, the Maroons are protesting the mere fact that you have refused the assistance from the government via JDF. The people are saying that they want the assistance. Maroon business and a easy business, Chief Curry. And also, what I'd like to ask you, since it is that you say that you're sovereign, when you come forward to explain to Jamaica what exactly is happening in Accompong, please also take the money that you use, along with also taking to us the letting us know the location of the hospital that is there. Also, the cell service that you use. Do you use Flow and Digicel? You're a sovereign state, so I need to understand the government and governance. But Chief Curry, you are failing the Maroons of Accompong because you're doing partisan leadership. And the Maroons are stating that the people that did not vote for you are not benefiting. Also, the Starlink and the generator that was left for the school, where is it? We also want to know where that is at the moment, because the Maroons are stating that it's not at the school that the Prime Minister left it for. Chief Curry, you have a lot of questions to answer. And again, the council and your local and international partners that you speak of, I want to explain again that they do not supersede any directives from the government of Jamaica. So Chief Curry, come forward and explain to us, because again, the Maroons are stating that you have a dictator way of how it is that you lead. And people who did not vote for you, they're not being assisted. So this is kind of mimicking what it is that we see happening in the PNP member of parliament constituencies, where they are also not assisting those persons who they claim did not vote for them. And remember, Chief Curry, you came out publicly stating that you are supporting Mark Golding, his leadership of the PNP, and for the PNP to form government. So again, Chief Curry, you have a lot of questions to answer, but the Maroons are not satisfied with your leadership in Accompong.
What's up, beautiful and amazing people? Guys, in today's video, I want us to talk about one of the most interesting and emotional stories that is happening right now in Jamaican politics. And that is the ongoing dispute between the Jamaican government and the Maroon communities over their ancestral lands. So let's talk about the story so that we may understand it more, better, clearer, and we will be able to forge forward. So for so many years, for generations, the Maroons have been living in places like Accompong and the Cockpit country. So these are lands tied to a 1738 treaty that was signed between the Maroons and the British. According to Maroon leaders, that treaty promised their ancestors land forever, that they're going to be landowners forever, in short. And that is the root of today's tension. I hope you got the story right. So today, the government manages land titles, right? And they also develop and mine. And when we talk about all these things, they hold the rights. They hold land titles. They are in charge of development. And also, they own or they are in charge of mining rights. But the Maroons are saying, hold on, stop. These lands belonged to us from long time ago. And in the recent days, that disagreement has gotten louder and louder. I hope you now understand, guys. So in early 2025, the Accompong Maroons took the Jamaican government to court, and they were asking for legal recognition that the land is theirs. They also argued that mining and other projects are happening on their territory without their permission. But remember, in the modern day Jamaica, the government holds the rights to land title deeds, like they are in charge of it, they are in charge of development, and they are in charge of mining. But when these three things happen in Accompong, the leaders are saying that you don't have the right. You are doing all this without our permission. So if you look at all this story politically, it has created a real debate, and opposition voices are telling the government, talk to the Maroons, negotiate, and respect the history. That's funny, right? But the government, on the other hand, is focused on a national land title program, something separate from the Maroon Treaty claims, a treaty that was signed in 1738. Guys, the story is interesting. And when things were calming down, nature stepped in and everything erupted. So, after Hurricane Melissa damaged homes in Accompong, the government offered to send the Jamaican Defense Force to help them rebuild their homes. But guess what? The Maroons refused. They said that they preferred civilian-led rebuilding and that they wanted to protect their traditions, their governance, and the emotional peace of the community. So I don't know why they feel like if the government sends the JDF, it's gonna disrupt with their peace, it's gonna disrupt with their governance and their traditions, and therefore they're saying, we don't want all this. What you want is that, you just get out of here and let the civilians lead the rebuilding of our land. So the move in itself, it has sparked emotions, it has created headlines, and of course to some Jamaicans, it looks like a bold stand for cultural autonomy. To others, it has raised questions about how the government and the Maroons can find a common ground on how to sort out the issue instead of the divisions here and there. So, where does this story leave Jamaica today? The thing is, it leaves the country at crossroads, of course, because on this other end, they are supporting what the Maroons are saying. On the other end, they are not supporting what the Maroons are saying. So the country is, of course, at crossroads. And you can imagine it's a century-old treaty. And okay, it's like a competition between a century-old treaty and a modern government trying to manage land policies. And of course, we have the Maroon community fighting to protect their identity at the same time. So, what will happen next? We don't know if they will go through dialogues. We don't know if it will be through courts or community actions. So this particular story is actually shaping Jamaican politics in an extremely powerful way. So thank you so much. If you watched the video up to this point, I appreciate your presence. I'll see you in the next video. Kindly subscribe.